Since we're about halfway through the year, I kind of wanted to take a moment and check on my account and talk about some of the Pokemon that I've collected over the past 6 months. And I will say that compared to last year at this point, I'm doing a lot better, and I feel like there's a lot of Pokemon in my collection that I know I'm going to be using for a very long time. Hey, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon GO video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So for today's video, I want to go over my account and talk about some of the Pokemon that I obtained over the past 6 months and how I was able to obtain them. Now, most of my Pokemon that I got, it's mainly been through Pokemon GO Fest, which happened over this past weekend. And there's a lot of other notable Pokemon that I also obtained, but primarily I will say I've been taking it a lot easier this year, and yeah, I still feel like there's some notable Pokemon that I've wanted for a very long time that I was finally able to get. So first, let's look at this, which is a Pokemon that I received over Pokemon GO Fest, and it is, of course, this Perfect IV Crowned Form Zashian. Now, to get the crown form, you need 1000 crowned form energy, but we're not able to get it unless you attended a Pokemon GO Fest event. And for everyone, they're going to be able to get this resource over Pokemon GO Fest Global, but I was able to get my 1000 Zashian crowned energy over the past weekend. And on top of that, I was also able to get a 100% IV. I will say this is probably the biggest highlight from my Pokemon GO Fest experience. It was definitely something that was on my wish list. I really wanted to get myself a 100% IV Zashian. It was basically on my wish list for Pokemon GO pretty much since it first came out. I really like Zashian. I'm a big dog person, so naturally I really like dog-themed legendaries. And then on top of that, this Pokemon has always been such a really powerful Pokemon for the Master League. So yeah, I was really excited that I was finally able to get this Pokemon. I really do think the look of it is really cool. And yeah, I do plan to use it for my Master League teams. And of course, with raid battles and different things like that as well. Now, another Pokemon that I received pretty recently, I'm actually going to sort by name, is of course the fusion forms for both Kyurem and yeah, that's interesting. Alright, well, yeah, so I got the two fusion forms of Kyurem. I have a 96% shiny as well as a 93%. Both of these shinies I obtained from Pokemon GO Tour this year. This 96% shiny is also a lucky. I was able to get it through a lucky trade. And then of course, this 93% I obtained from a raid battle during the GO Tour event. And trust me on this, these are the two that I'm going to be using my bottle caps on. I almost said rare candy. For some reason, I tend to mix up rare candy and bottle cap, but yeah, these are going to be the first Pokemon I'm going to use bottle caps on. I really do think they are extremely powerful, and to get Shundos of both of these Pokemon, yeah, that would be the dream. So, really ecstatic. I thought it was a very great start to the year, getting both of these Pokemon over Pokemon GO Tour, because I think up until Pokemon GO Tour, my highest IV shiny was like an 89%. So to get something that's over 90%, I thought was already pretty exciting. But yeah, I do think these two Pokemon are definitely going to see a lot of uses. And I will say, their adventure effects are actually quite useful. I did find that I think it was this one, Free Shock. This one is actually a really good one, especially if you're doing a whole bunch of raids, like from an event like Pokemon GO Fest. If you use this event, like this adventure effect, you're going to get a lot more catches, especially if they do not increase the catch rate. I really do think this is one of the better adventure effects that we've had, and that's not discounting this one, Iceburn. This is also a really good one. Yeah, I will say that overall, the adventure effects have been really useful, and I'm really glad that they implemented them. Now, of course, last year, the big highlight was, of course, getting this Shundo Necrozma, which I got from Pokemon GO Fest of last year. But that was, of course, during the global event. I think this year, maybe we could continue that luck, and I could pick up a Shundo Zashian. That would be really cool. Between Zashian and Zamazenta, Zashian is the one that I would like to get a Shundo for, but I would not complain if I were to get a Shundo of either of them. Zamazenta is another one of those Pokemon where if you're able to get the crowned form version of it, it's going to be really useful with, what is it, Gigantamax battles. And of course, when it comes to Zamazenta, I actually picked up, this is actually a big highlight, here it is, a 98% with the location card. This is actually one that I'm definitely looking forward to getting the, what is it, getting the crowned form version of it. That's definitely going to be awesome. But yeah, I would say that overall, my collection has definitely grown. I obviously have to do a lot of cleanup before Pokemon Go Fest Global. If you look at the top, I'm at 4130 out of 4200, which is obviously not good. There's quite a lot of these Zashians and Zamazentas that I can clear out. I do have plenty of Heracross, so I'm going to check the IVs on these and then see if I have any PvP ready ones. If I don't, then I'm just going to transfer it. And I was also able to pick up a bunch of Skiddo as well, which is one of those Pokemon that you do not often see. I know Skiddo's evolved form is actually a pretty good Pokemon for PvP, so that is definitely something I will be checking for. And then of course Hawlucha as well. Hawlucha is one of those regional Pokemon that I know I'll eventually get. I do plan to travel to Central America. I actually go there quite often, maybe at least once or twice a year. Well, it's more like once a year. Once every 2 years, if anything. So I know I'm going to get more of this Pokemon, so I'll pretty much transfer most of these. I'll probably save one or two. Yeah, overall, I'd say things have been looking really good. In terms of my community day luck, oh my goodness, let me show you this. So if I do a search for shinies and I go through the Pokemon that I've got over the past year, so this most recent community classic, I was able to pick up this 93% Machamp. That was really good. I got a 98% Palmy. That was a really good one. I got another 98%. And let's see. I got a Shundo of this. This is a pretty awesome. So, you know, my high IV shiny luck has actually been pretty good so far this year. When it comes to community days, typically if I were to get a Shundo or high 98% or 96%, even a 93%, it's usually through some sort of call out. But a lot of these I just obtain through just playing the game. I felt like my luck has just been overall really good this year, and it's like I said, I've been taking it kind of easy. At most, what I'll do is, of course, at the very least, what I'll do is do my first catch of the day as well as my first spin of the day. I want to get my daily tasks done to keep that going, but aside from that, I think the most that I've played is maybe for like 1 or 2 hours. I know that's not going to be a good look, especially for someone who covers Pokemon Go on my channel, but I will say that it's been a very busy year. It's been a very busy year of like transitions. Of course, my dog was sick and passed away at the beginning of the year, and that took up a lot of my time and a lot of my energy, so I just didn't really have a lot to play Pokemon Go. But I will say that for the rest of the year, for the second half, there's definitely going to be a lot more Pokemon Go play. Of course, we got Pokemon Go Fest Global. That's going to be a very busy weekend. This most recent weekend was Pokemon Go Fest in Jersey City, so I did a lot of gameplay there. And this summer is looking to be pretty good. I really like everything that they're doing with the Season of Delight and our Delightful Days. And then, of course, if they were to release bottle caps, that's definitely going to take up all my time. I'm going to try to get as many of my Pokemon to 100% as much as I can, especially those 2 shinies that I mentioned earlier. And of course, aside from them, I also want to get this Pokemon to 100% IVs. It's pretty close. And then some of these legendaries. As you can see, I sort by name, and my top 12. These are all my most favorite legendaries, and it'd be nice if I could get them to 100% IVs. So yeah, I think overall, things have been looking pretty good this year. We'll see if I could pick up the pace for the second half of the year. I do plan to travel to Korea in the fall. That's going to be really exciting. At the end of the summer into the fall, I'm going to be going to Korea. And during that time, I'm going to definitely create a lot of content. I'm going to play a lot of Pokemon Go. I've already started talking to some people who play out there. It seems like the Pokemon Go community in Korea is bustling. It seems like, aside from Japan, Korea is one of the places you want to be at when it comes to Pokemon Go play. The community is huge over there, especially in Seoul. So I'm really excited about that. I think it's going to be a really great time. But yeah, in any case, that's essentially going to be it for this video. I just wanted to check in on my account, talk about some of the things that's been going on, and yeah, I think it's been a really good year. and hopefully it continues. But yeah, let me know how things are going with you with this year in the comments down below. Are you getting some really good Pokemon? Definitely share your wins and some of the things you would like to see on my channel even. Like, yeah, definitely share your thoughts. I would definitely like to hear it. And thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. If you ended up enjoying it, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And don't forget that notification bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. Real quick, let me give a shout out to all of my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support the Jinsula channel, the best way you can do that is going to be by joining my Patreon. And if you become a paid Patreon member, I'm going to add you to my Pokemon Go friends list. And just like all the players that I invited over GoFest weekend, if you want to play Pokemon Go with me, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon. And if you want to support my channel in a completely different way, you're always welcome to do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula. I'm on the platforms you see on the bottom of your screen. I highly encourage you to go there and give me a follow so you'll have access to some exclusive content and you'll be able to keep up with my daily life. With all that said, that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself today, and I'll catch you all later.